Hello, how are you? Welcome. This is an Age of Aquarius update. What triggered me to do this video is that I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and she said to me, "Oh, the Age of Aquarius it's been coming since the 60s, and it's never here." And I thought, it is true. It's been coming since the 60s, and it's gonna continue to come in small bits for the next couple of decades as well. But there is an important major movement in the couple months and in the couple years upcoming. And I thought it's important to talk about it because a lot of the things that we've been experiencing in the last couple of years are the result of this new energy we're going with. In the age of Aquarius, the collective will work as an organism, as an union. Slowly, we're going to start shedding a lot of power and power monopoly, if you know what I mean. And that is going to come with a lot of strange situations in order for us to discover the truth. That is what COVID was. It put in evidence how useless and how corrupted the system is, and it is changing. And that was a massive wave of self realization, self awareness, and also a realization of how connected we all are now through technology, but also through consciousness. Technology is just a reflection of consciousness. And we are becoming that organism. This is the first time in history when anything, a pandemic in this case, has reached global awareness. Now we are a global community. It started with the rise of the internet, and it's now gonna have different ways, different outlets in order for us to realize this connection that we have. So you can expect some major, I don't want to say negative things. Some things may be perceived as negative, something may be perceived as positive. The same way that during the pandemic we were also angry and dissatisfied, and we had all these repressed feelings, but also when it passed, we were all truer people. We got to know ourselves deeply, make changes, many of us. The thing is, if you're not aware of the changes that are up to come, you may experience some really negative, really powerful energies that you are not in flow with, if you know what I mean. The age of Aquarius is going to change the game, and it's going to shift from the self to the collective. And those that are not ready to open and share themselves, share their life, share their work, share and serve the wholeness, the unity that we are going to suffer. And, you know, unfortunately, our society, especially in this Pisces age we live in, got really used to the self, got really used to me first. I need to survive. I need to provide. I need to, put these walls around my house in case somebody comes and attacks me or somebody wants what I have, what I built. There's this jealousy and there's this sense of separation that we all are living through. So the age of Aquarius, everybody idealizes it a lot. And yes, in some ways it's going to be amazing, but in other ways it's going to be really uncomfortable to make the shift from me to us, from I to us. And I feel that a lot of people have been doing this work more or less since 2018, maybe starting 2012, maybe starting 2000, maybe starting in the 60s. Yes, of course it did. But what is the major transit that we have coming up is Pluto entering Aquarius the 23rd of March of 2023. That is the first time the Pluto is going to put a foot into Aquarius. Then comes out again, then goes back in January 24, then goes out again, then comes back for good. What does that tell you? We're sticking our toes into this new age. And then we're seeing if we can cope with it, then we go back, then we come out. Where Pluto goes, the real powerful transformative energy goes with. Pluto takes forever to go around the zodiac. And in astrology, they call it the drill. The drill because it goes really drilling into that energy of that constellation of the zodiac sign that it goes into. And it's coming into Aquarius. And it's been a while since it has been there, and is coming into bringing this new age with it, this new movement, uniting us in this collective awareness. And like I said, if you're not opening your heart chakra, if you're not working into how you're going to serve the collective, then it may feel really uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. It is no by chance that as we come closer and closer to this energy, the news are getting weirder and weirder. The fact that we are seeing people getting ill, that we're seeing suicide rates going up, is not easy to handle. What is going to be asking of us, the sacrifices there's going to be asking of us to flow with it and to become part of this wholeness. Now, understand one thing. There's hidden knowledge everywhere. It is hidden not because it is somebody is purposely hiding that, but because it's a challenge. It's a challenge to overcome and to figure out and to play. It's like a game. Hidden knowledge is like a game. It's been put there for us to discover. Hidden knowledge also means that a lot of the facts that we know as misleading or out of sync, just so you don't go directly to it, just so you have to work for it. That would be the word. Work for it, okay? It's not given to anybody. You have to work for it. That's what I mean. If you're here now listening to this, you probably are looking for that knowledge. There's synchronicities. It's not by chance that you're here. But the hidden knowledge is there. And when you spend time meditating, studying astrology, studying ancient wisdom, and you start to feel this knowledge coming from inside of you, you start feeling what can be true, what is not, what really aligns with how you feel and what doesn't. You can start to discern. And that is what the age of Pisces left us. A lot of deception with knowledge, a lot of misleading truths, facts, no facts, the war on facts and things like that. And you start to really feel the truth. You don't need to be told, or you don't need an authority figure to tell you what you believe or what to trust or what not to trust. So for me, it was important when I was learning astrology in the last couple of months, especially, to feel that there is something substantially wrong with the astrology and something substantially wrong with the way we perceive ourselves in relationship with the constellations, with the planet, with everything out there. And then I've come across a book, and it kind of made total sense to me. And it said that the zodiac doesn't start on Aries, it starts in Aquarius, and it ends in Capricorn, because it aligns perfectly with the way the chakras are set up. And it makes way more sense to, for example, have Aries in the solar plexus related to the willpower, no? Or have Taurus and Libra on the heart level related to Venus and the love and feeling, or to have Gemini and Virgo on the throat chakra, which are obviously Mercury rule and they rule communication. So this new paradigm on seeing the constellations in this way really opened up my mind about first of all, how misleading some things can be, even within certain hidden knowledge. And second of all, that this transition we're going through is way bigger than you can imagine. This is the reset of the entire zodiac again. And we are unprepared, or we are not yet prepared for it. And let me tell you, when that Pluto puts his toe into Aquarius and that clock starts to move, you're going to feel it. If you are not aligned with your purpose, you are going to feel it. And you're going to, I think like you're already probably feeling it. Like, what am I here to do? That is the question. People who have done the same job their entire life, they're suddenly thinking, I've rechanged their career. Suddenly, overnight, I can do this anymore. I can go back to the job. My anxiety is killing me. My depression is killing me. I need guidance. I need something. And people are daring to try, plant medicine, astrology, tarot, things that maybe before they were all against or they didn't even consider as an option that really could help them with their life, but rather something fun to do on a, medieval fair somewhere. They're seeing it as valuable tools because they're out of answers for what to do or how to act. And it's good to be out of answers. That means you have to reach farther. It's great. It's great. But you need to prepare yourself. You need to do shadow work. You need to do your own digging inside of you to find that oneness and shed everything you can about your ego and the notion of the self separated from the whole. Because it's going to be a struggle of the ones. We are going to have to find our place in the collective, and we're going to have to serve the collective and call on upon injustice and anything that is not working and things that are not serving us. They're going to have to be cut off. And of course, like I said, it's going to take decades. But the series of events that may unfold just might be too crazy. If you don't have your own anchor, if you don't have your own belief system and your inner world properly aligned, you're going to find it difficult. You're going to find it difficult to cope with the smallest things, especially work-related, if it's not aligned with some sort of service. How do you align yourself with the new age of Aquarius? Fastest way to do it is to empty yourself of all that you don't want to go and look and analyze and think, all the shadow self, all the things that keep you in the dark about who you truly are. Because all of the shadows inside of you are covering up the true light, and the light is the light of the whole, or the oneness. Another way is to do your astrology. Know your stars, know your purpose, know your ascendant, know your North Node, know your Pluto to see how this is going to affect you. Know your transits for when Pluto comes into Aquarius, for when then it comes in 2024 into Aquarius again. Know what is going to be happening in your world. So it's not completely going blind into shadows. It's simple as that, to get to know yourself. Slow it down a little. Stop working so hard. Stop living inside your head so much. This is my message. I'm going to keep on bringing new age of Aquarius messages because it's on our door. It's already came. The massive alignment of planets that took place in Capricorn during the pandemic was an indication. Capricorn it's kind of the opposite of Aquarius. So in a sense is the complement. They need each other. Of course they do. They're ruled by the same Saturn. So that alignment was a little bit of okay, well, here, let's say goodbye to, these structures. Let's feel them. Let's feel this control in Capricorn. That alignment in Capricorn happened when we were on full-on control from our government, from our institutions, from everything, the rulers, the medical, the science. They were on full power grab from society. And we saw all of those planets coming to Capricorn. And now they're going away. And now we are saying goodbye to Capricorn with Pluto. So imagine what's going to happen. It's the new renaissance. That's what's coming up. The new renaissance. But it's going to come with a lot of shedding of lies and a lot of exposure. And if you recall the time when you started to wake up, how uncomfortable it was, well, that's what it's going to feel like I saw a post and it was really funny about the Matrix and the movie, and it was Neo just stopping bullets with his hand and doing all those moves the movie's famous for, and it was really cool. And he said, yes, you want to be this. You want to wake up and be in control of the Matrix. But remember, you have to go through this. And it was all those images of him waking up in the goo when he was sleeping, and how uncomfortable that was to take those things off your head and take all that goo that you've been covered with, and having to see the reality of the world you live in is the first step to really change it and to live in truth. And that is the thing. You have to be in truth and be honest and realize that most things about your life are not real. They're made up. So let's start to discern the truth and the lies. I was reading this book called, let me find it. Wait, sorry, my Kindle. It's called The Astrology of Family Dynamics, and it's about transgenerational astrology and how to, read astrology through families and help ancestral lines. So it said, the shadow lies in Leo, whereby our very mortality we are no gods. Those fall short of the mark. Yet, in attempting to be gods, commit the sins of hubris. This is part of a deeply unconscious collective awareness that the shadow of the age, that is Leo, as polar opposite of Aquarius, is godlike. And the past age of Leo, the golden age, underlies the coming new age. If the gods walked the earth back then, they are straining to return today. This collective impulse is manifest in individuals in ways both sacred and profane. So we are on the age that is the counterpart to the golden age of humanity. The golden age where the Greek gods and the Roman gods and the Mesopotamia and all of those gods that people truly believe that walk the earth and were here with us were present. And now, in a very different way, we are coming back into the same age because Aquarius and Leo are opposite, so they're complements. They're complements. Can you imagine the possibility of the divine coming down here through us this time, through Aquarius, through us, in order to be alive again and to take the next step, whatever that step is, into the evolution of consciousness? Now, if you are prepared for that, could be amazing. If you know, it's going to be a kick in your ego and it's going to feel very uncomfortable because aside from whether you are prepared or no, or whether you like it or no, whether you want to or no, or you want to stay in the old matrix, like, eating your steak and having your wine and your cigar, pretending like nothing is happening outside and the matrix is still in full on mode, people around you are not going to stay still. People around you are going to begin to change. I am sure that if you are not in a circle of people that are already trying to align, you soon will be. And you're going to start losing people if you don't become aligned, because they want to align. We all want to align. The call is clear. The call is clear. You have to open up to new beliefs, to new understandings, to new energies. So if you want to align, all you have to do is know yourself and maybe give less to the material world. Give less of your energy to the material world. Now, realize that this body is not truly you, that this ego is not you, that this house is not you, that this existence is not you. You are just a construction, a voice. You are the inner world inside of you. Know what people see outside, know the outer world. You are the inside, the inside. And if you don't know the inside, if you don't project the inside into the outside, you're just an empty shell. You're just trapped inside this body. If you want to project, if you want your inner world, your inner voice to have true power, You have to align with your true purpose. What is your true purpose? Only you can find that out. But Thoth, during in the Emerald Tablets, he says it very clear. Her, remember these words of warning. Bring not to me one lacking in wisdom, impure in heart, or weak in his purpose. Herkia, remember these words of warning. Bring not to me one lacking in wisdom, impure in heart, or weak in his purpose. He made it very clear. You want to ascend, we call it ascension, we call it 5D, we call it all these nice near names. You want to go there, it's shadow work. It's no crystals, it's no, la 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 movement. No, it's shadow work. You gotta know the shadows. You gotta confront the worst of humanity, the worst inside yourself. You have to accept the light and the shadow as equals. And then you accept the divine as it is, not as you want it to be, not as how we made it up to be, as it is, light and dark, as in yourself. Then you can take your place in the collective. Then you can serve the collective with anything you do. And then you will enter the new age feeling amazing, feeling that you belong, feeling the call. Because it's calling you, it's calling all of us. So Pluto is coming into Aquarius for the first time in March 2023 on the 23rd. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be prepared for that? Less than 5 months ahead. Do some shadow work. Do some soul search. Release control. And enjoy, because it's going to be a great time. All right, guys? That was my message for today. And I hope it was in some way useful to you. And if you have any questions about your astrology or how to find out about your astrology, just, connect with me and we can chat a little further. All right. I'm wishing you a great, great day and hope it didn't scare you. All right. Have a great day. Bye.